Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com, coming to you with your Xfactor commentary from a singer. Wow, tonight we had the top 9 results show, and well, let me tell you, it was a little, yeah, it was stuff going on, let me tell you that. Let me just say that I'm going to get right into it, tell you what happened. First off, they opened the show with Kelly Clarkson, and she was doing Stronger from her new CD, which is called Stronger. And I like the cartoon imagery they had on the stage and stuff while she was doing her thing. She sounded good. She looked a little thick, which is not a bad thing. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, but her hair looked like she was like right out of the shower or something. I was like, did they decide not to send her through hair and makeup or what? But either way, she looked good. She's very pretty. She sounded good. You know, I really miss her. Our first American Idol winner. If you guys think that there's any real mess going on between American Idol and X Factor and The Voice, you can see how each of them are all having winners and stuff like perform on each other's show, so it's no big deal. Well, not so much The Voice because nobody really has come out with anything, but when something is there for promotion, they'll be doing it. So, you know, all that stuff is, you know, nothing. She got a standing O from all the judges. So then they had the review of last night with their added clips, and then they had the Pepsi Choice performance where they were doing like a medley of Pink songs, right? And yeah, I thought it was definitely the best production numbers so far with all of them in it. I liked the costumes. I thought they all got a little chance to shine. Some were a little more enthused about it than others, but yeah, it was pretty good. Next came the first set of results, and Steve Jones called up Lakoda Rayne and Drew. And he said one was going home right away and one was safe. Well, you know, duh. Lakoda Rayne was sent home and Drew was safe. And he said, oh, I guess the dream is over now or something like that. And one of the girls from Lakoda Rayne said, no, the dream has just begun. It is definitely not over. And she asserted, and all the girls asserted, that they will be seen on tour all over the place. So they will be staying together as a group and performing. Hopefully they'll get a contract and we will see more of them. Good luck, ladies. Next, I came back from commercial and Howie Mandel was on there for whatever reason. Well, he was there really to promote his show, Flash Mob, and it comes on right afterwards. And I really hope to see ToddyRockStar on this show at some point. So, yeah, let's try to make that happen, YouTube. We have power here. Let's make it happen. Bruno Mars performed It Will Rain. And you know what? I wrote them suddenly flashing lights scared me the first few times because it was like he was doing it, then it was like flash, flash, flash. And I was like, what the hell is going on? So I thought my eyesight was going out or something, you know? But anyway, I thought it was a good performance. I like that they kept him stable in one place. He didn't have any dancers or anything else. He just had that, just standing there doing his thing, sounding good, and all the lights and stuff were going crazy around him. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a little overkill. I wrote it was crazy overkill, but it was enjoyable. I just was glad that I was not in the audience, okay? And I was talking to somebody on Twitter that was there for the live performance yesterday, and he said that it was pre-taped and they had technical difficulties or whatever, and he had to do it twice, so he got to see it yesterday. So I was like, oh really? Because I didn't know that sometimes they do pre-tape, you know, some of those performances and then they'll just play it during the show. So we came back for more results, and Steve made a flub when because you know they introduced everybody like 10 times. So he was introducing, he said Leroy Bell, or started saying Leroy Bell twice when he should have been saying something else. And you know, so I just thought it was kind of cute, kind of funny, you know, shows that everything is live and you know, we doing our thing here. So he called up who was safe first out of all the people, and he called Rene, Rachel Crow, John Kracjik. Then he went to a break trying to keep the mess going. Came back and called Melanie Amaro and Astro. They were all safe, and singing for survival were Marcus, Canty, and Leroy Bell. Commercial, come back, and Marcus Canty sings You Lost Me from Christina Aguilera. You know, he laid it all on the stage for me. I thought it was great. It sounded like it was a song made for him. I wrote it was a solid vocal and an understated performance. Leroy Bell, he came up and he sang Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles. I thought, for one, this is the most that he has moved in his performances on stage at all. That wasn't much, you know, he just kind of walked up, went to the left a little bit, went up on one of the little things to shoot out on the stage. But that is like the most that he has walked at all. And the judges were saying, I wrote he sounded good as usual. But then we got to the judges talking about it, and it was like they were saying, oh yeah, you really sung like you were in it to win it tonight, you know, you were more engaged and all. So like, all he really did that was different was to walk a little bit more. So whatever. I also wanted to mention, which I have thought about several times before, when Leroy started the show, he was Leroy Bell. And at some point it changed to Leroy. It's from Leroy to Leroy. So I've thought about that a few times, but I've never said anything about it. You know how people's names change, you know, from Brian to Astro, and Drew, full name to just one word, Drew. It's enjoyable. I guess it's kind of like changing them into the artist instead of just the contestant. So we come up and it was the judges' time to vote. And just to run all through it, LA booted off Leroy, Nicole booted off Marcus, Paula booted off Marcus, and Simon booted off Leroy, which means that we went to Deadlock, and I'm so glad that we went to Deadlock because I wanted to see how it was going to happen. And I also thought that, you know, the audience should be choosing here. I know this is just kind of a lot so that the wrong people don't necessarily go home too early. Whatever, we went to Deadlock, and Leroy got the lower amount of votes. So he got the second least amount of votes. So he went home, and Marcus Canty was safe. Also near the end, Nicole came up and snatched the mic out of Steve Jones' hand, and you know, whatever. And next week they are also going to have a double elimination. So they are just like running through this, trying to give us a heart attack. I thought they were going to draw it out, you know, once a week, but they are not right now. I don't know why. Maybe they're trying to beat the rush to the Super Bowl or something. I don't know. But they are having another double elimination next week. So make sure you are watching the show. Make sure you are voting for your favorites because people are going home like crazy. This is Robert Anton here, robertanton.com. Happy Thanksgiving if you're seeing this before Thanksgiving. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend. Peace. I'm out.